Sure. Hi everybody, my name is Kilian. I'm the CEO and founder of Streamstars. It's a Berlin-based company, and we're creating Age of Chains, which is essentially a blockchain trading card video game. Let's see. Exactly, that's in the middle of the presentation currently. Maybe I can go back, I guess. Or you. Yeah. But basically, like thousands of years ago, humanity was living in rather decentralized arrangements, where it was consisting more of tribal-sized communities, where basically the need of collaboration was more apparent to achieve survival and progressful development. Then, as society scaled, centralized systems more and more creep themselves within our societies, leading to corruption and greed. And obviously this lasted until today. But then the internet came along in the 20th century with its network protocols, or the internet itself is a network protocol, and then blockchain came along, Bitcoin, and with it the possibility to actually restructure humanity, the societies, in a way that brings us back to a more democratic system, more decentralized system. So what happened basically is that these that in the end blockchain took over and basically enabled us to find our way back to a state that is more based on collaboration rather than division. Led us back to create trust where there ruled distrust for over millennia, and achieved or helped us to reach a state that is more driven by harmony and peace rather than war. So the next step then, like this new kind of this new form of organization of our society kind of led to an exponential increase to aggregate knowledge, analyze that knowledge, and build new knowledge or create new knowledge on top of it. So right after blockchain really took off, our societies implemented or followed their desire to explore the universe and use the technologies that resulted from this exponential increase of knowledge to actually go and explore our galaxy and to reach out to other alien planets, make contact, and ultimately build a whole decentralized Milky Way that is full of peace and harmony. And then what happened, or if we look from our present time, what is going to happen in some billions of years, is that our galaxy is colliding with the Andromeda galaxy, which in our case, an evolutionary contrarian principle has established itself. So the Andromeda galaxy is ruled by a megalomaniac dictator trying to conquer the whole universe. And now you have the clash of intergalactic cultures where you have decentralization on one side, centralization on the other side. So that's where we find ourselves in Age of Chains. It's a blockchain trading card video game that is playing in the future, but kind of depicts the conflict between decentralization and centralization as we have it today in our world. It's a one-on-one PvP game, so now the audience is gaming focused, but I still can say, like, you probably know Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone, so this game goes like in that direction. Obviously the game mechanics are different, but like if you try to imagine what kind of game it will be, it goes in that direction. And we want to have more than 300 blockchain cards, and you obviously want to trade, or you can trade your cards, you can collect them and use them for playing. Like you have a deck of cards, your opponent has a deck of cards, and you play until one loses or wins. So currently we are in development phase. We develop a 3D arena, a 3D environment. Our platform is desktop because I always have been a desktop player. I love desktop. I think you can create the best atmosphere, the most deepest atmosphere through desktop games. I don't want to develop a mobile game where you spend 5 minutes, that's it. I want you to dive into the game and really immerse into the universe that we are creating. So currently we are developing this 3D arena where you place your fighters. You also have miners to generate resources, and obviously, this arena, it will in the end be floating in space. So when you play, you find yourself in space where there's a weird arena and you just play. So regarding the game mechanics, like our goal kind of is also when you play our game, it shall help you to become a crypto master. So there's certain, like our cards are depicted after certain blockchains. There's spells that depict certain things that come from the crypto universe. So even if you don't know anything about crypto, you could still play our game and then learn about crypto and get into crypto just by playing our game. For example, there's a spell I recently came up with, or like I found the inspiration by Fluffy Pony. You know maybe him. It's like the core developer of Monero, the anonymous cryptocurrency. Anyway, he did like an interview on YouTube where he talks about the crypocalypse, where it's like this fictive scenario where at some point all altcoins will basically go down the hill and only a few will remain because all other stuff is crap. That's like the crypocalypse. So you as an Andromeda player could play the crypocalypse card, and it's kind of like a test to the opponent, and some shit gets messed up on his field. Yeah. Anyway, like yeah, this is our first card, Woodcoin's Guardian. It's also depicted after a blockchain, a very unknown blockchain, I would say, Woodcoin. It was like the core developer was like a friend of mine. I talked to him. He helped me in my early stages of crypto to learn a lot about the topic, and I really liked the blockchain. Like the chain itself, it's more designed for longevity. So the release curve of Bitcoin is until the year 2140, like 21 million Bitcoin. All of Bitcoin are mined, and every 4 years the block reward halves, right? It's like a shock in the system. So Woodcoin has a logarithmic release curve. So let's see from your side, it's like this, the release curve. So every block mines a little bit less than the previous block, so you're always being rewarded for being a little bit earlier than whoever comes after you. And I think after a couple of million years, the whole supply is in the market, so it's like way longer. So I thought, okay, how would the blockchain look like as a character? And yeah, this came out. It's like the first ever, I think, hybrid between an ant and a robot. And yeah, that's how we basically started the project. We just came out with that card, started fundraising through our card sales. We didn't raise like a classical ICO. I didn't want to just come out with any coin that doesn't have serve any purpose. So we don't really need that for our game right now. We just come out with the cards. Another card, it's like Monero, depicted after the Monero blockchain. She hides her identity behind the matrix code, like computer code. And in the back you see like a portal to the underworld, because Monero was basically the first cryptocurrency to be adopted at the darknet markets as a currency. So in our game, it has the ability to travel to the underworld. This is Myriad coin, or depicted after Myriad coin. It's the first ever proof of work coin that has 5 different proof of work hashing algorithms. So we depicted it as a 5-headed dragon. This is a guy doesn't look so friendly. He's from the Andromeda galaxy. Yeah, it's Battlefield Harvester. I don't have to tell much about it. You see what's going on there. This is the Rippler, Thanatos the Rippler, so also part of the Andromeda galaxy, because Ripple is essentially a very centralized project. So we were like, okay, we put him in the Andromeda galaxy, and yeah, he's also quite strong. This is a little bit different than the other cards. This is cosmetic, so this card will not necessarily have any like abilities or something, but when you have it, you can change the environment of the arena into the surface of this planet. So this is a card we are currently working on. It's Bismuth card, depicted after Bismuth. It's another blockchain, the first ever purely Python-based blockchain. So I was thinking, okay, what can we do out of it? Python is like a snake, so we do a snake, and then Bismuth is like this material that kind of we tried to achieve here. Obviously, this is not finished yet, but I just wanted to show it. This is another card we are currently working on. It's some Andromeda high-level, royal family kind of thing. And the guy to the right gets like upgraded in his status from the higher ranked pure, we call them. So yeah, what we are doing basically, we're creating a whole universe, 2 galaxies, and we want to really be different than Star Wars or whatever other sci-fi project you might think of. So I really want to have creatures that distinguish themselves and environments that distinguish themselves from what is known. So this requires to get illustrators and then brief the illustrator and tell them, look, we want something that is not there. And then, yeah, it takes lots of work, but we are getting further and further. These are some robot concepts. But anyway, yeah, we are building not on Ethereum, not an ERC20 or ERC721 token. We are building on Counterparty, which is a protocol based on the Bitcoin blockchain. Yeah, benefits are, first of all, security. For me, that's like, I don't know, probably the most important part. That I think, like my stand on Ethereum, I think it has lots of vulnerabilities. Also because it's a Turing complete blockchain, so it means you can basically program anything into it, no matter if it's purpose to harm the blockchain and to make it collapse. So yeah, Bitcoin is a Turing incomplete chain. You can only program so much into it that the network really allows you, and yeah, highest hash rate. There are many arguments. I don't want to step too deep into it anyway. It's counterparty based, and the adoption. So basically, anybody that has a Bitcoin address, he can receive our card tokens. You don't need anything else. If you have a Bitcoin address that you control, you can just receive our tokens. And the ecosystem of Counterparty is also quite rich. Also, Nicolas is going to present after me. He's also developing on Counterparty, and there are a couple of gaming projects that actually build on top of Counterparty because it's really suits the purpose well. Here are some examples of the ecosystem on Counterparty. This Book of Orbs, it's a wallet, I guess the first ever mobile wallet that really focuses on serving in-game inventory or trading cards. I recommend downloading it if you have Android, otherwise IndieSquare wallet if you have iOS. Then Tokenly, they help us to do fundraising. They offer something like swapbots where you pay with a certain cryptocurrency and you get our cards. So you can buy our cards with Bitcoin and XCP. XCP is the native currency of Counterparty. Then Sarutobi Island is a game also being developed by a community member in Counterparty, and there you can actually already use our cards. Our game is not yet out, but you can use our cards with other projects' cards to create monsters in Sarutobi Island. So you take 2 cards, put them in some altar, and then you summon a monster. So our progress, first thing, like I started by myself, and then you're thinking, okay, I really want to do this, how do I get started? So this was November 2016, and we started with the launch of that first card, and then I knew, okay, I really want to do this, I need to get the right people involved, so I will get to the team later, but we have a core team now. We have 14 cards released, and 25,000 cards, even actually more, got sold. Some of them we sell at 10-cent price converted, and some of them for $10 to $100. It depends on the scarcity of the card. We have a physical prototype ready, but it's constantly being developed, and a digital prototype underway. And I have to be a little bit faster because I only have 1 minute. So team, Enrico, I want to mention, he's our CTO. He's been involved as a senior game developer for different games, Farmville 2, Dark Orbit, so which achieved more than 90 million players or player accounts. Some bots probably. But yeah, but this is our core team. I have to be faster. And basically the main problem we have right now is that Enrico, who's a really knowledgeable and savvy guy, and he could get lots of work done, but we didn't raise $1 million ICO. We fund ourselves along with each individual card, and thus we have little funds available always. So yeah, we want to get him long-term, full-time involved. Currently, that's not the case. But if we would get funds, we could hire him or get him full-time, long-term involved. Let me see what else I have here. So this is the last thing I tell. The Series 2 card sale is live right now. If you want to support our project or just check out our latest cards, go on our website, and there's either the gallery for just checking out the cards or the card shop where you actually can buy our cards. And if you go on our Telegram group, just look for Age of Chains. I give you like 1 Series 1 card, the Myriad card I can give you if you're saying you're coming from here. Just join our Telegram. Okay, thank you, that's it. Yeah.